So, tonight I'm going to talk about. Sometimes you think something's going to be easy with the dealing with technical stuff, and it just doesn't turn out that way. Um, if I had mentioned that I had had a hard drive issue, that my hard drive was too small, and I was running out of space, so I ordered a new one, and it came this afternoon, and I've partitioned hard drives on different systems, including Linux, which is a bit more complex, but still, relatively straightforward usually. Problem I'm running into is that it is a 4 terabyte hard drive, and it does not seem to want to take more than 2 terabytes on it in Linux. So the question is, what do I do? So I started with fdisk. I figured, well, maybe I can just make two separate 2 terabyte partitions. It wasn't having that. I tried a different software, same issue. And there's another program which you probably see up on the screen now called what is it called? Gdisk. And when I told it that the device SDB, and I'll show you something in a second that makes things pretty straightforward in terms of knowing that your disk is actually talking. It's saying here that it's found invalid GBD and valid MBR. So it's saying only MBR is essentially DOS, which is very limited. Converting MBR to GBD format in memory. This operation is potentially destructive. Type Q if you don't want to convert your MBR to GBD format. So I'm going to have to look at this. So I'm going to quit right now before I destroy a brand new hard drive and try to understand what's going on here. But one thing I can show you, and you can see I was playing with various programs. On Linux, if you do L, you can see your actual devices. So on the drive in there, you have these. SDA is the first drive, and you have 3 partitions that are Windows. You have SDA5, which is Linux, and the reason we know that is when I hit D, which is disk free, I can see the device right there, and it's really the only hard drive device I'm seeing. So SDB is the new drive, and I know it's so if you type fdisk sudo, remember you always want to log in with a non-root account unless you don't have another option, because root is obviously can do really bad things if you don't know what you're doing. What I usually do is use sudo, and what that lets me do is it lets me do something to look at, it's telling me you are doing something that can be dangerous now, so be careful. And DOS partition cannot be used on drives volumes like use GUID EB. So you can see it's a 4 terabyte drive. It's talking. The question I have to see is if I can safely use GBT. I have read that Ubuntu, which is a version of Linux I'm running here, does not support GBT. But that was a document I read from about 4 years ago, and I can't imagine that they wouldn't have came some way of supporting drives greater than 2 terabytes. So I am going to go back to the drawing board here and figure out how I'm going to get this drive formatted, and I will bring that to you once I figure it out. But for right now, I hope this little bit of information has been helpful, and something, the point is sometimes you never know how long something's going to take. Whether it be programming, when you get a bug and you don't know if it's going to take you half an hour to figure it out, or it's going to take you half a day or half a week. So same with this type situation. So anyway, if you found this useful, please give me a like. If you want to see more and maybe see how I resolve this issue, then please subscribe. And thank you and take care.